Welcome to Learning Video 1. Learn to play your guitar with Louis. For the next, as long as you take, you and I will be sharing a beautiful instrument and some leisure time in developing your skills in the musical arena. In approaching this video, I would like you to keep one thing in your mind. You need to practice, and you need to make a very, very committed effort to improve on a constant basis the skills that you know that you have and the music that eventually you'll want to share with your friends and your family. The programs that are following are as easy, step by step, that allows you to replay any area which you may want to repeat. I advise you to practice as hard as possible on the various techniques that are shown in this video so that your proficiency and the relationship between your fingers, your ear, and your hands, that coordination will become instituted in you and instinctive when you perform. One important warning I would like to give you: protect this videotape. Don't leave it in the sun, and don't allow it to be maltreated, and don't allow it to be put in a place where anything can fall in it to damage it, to avoid you time to enjoy the learning that's available. Thank you. In the lesson from today, you will be able to understand what is the guitar, the purpose of a guitar, and some of the rudiments of music that goes with guitar playing. At the end of our programs, you should be able to do what I am doing today. First, let's understand, a guitar has 6 strings. And those 6 strings, first string E, second string B, third string G, fourth string D, fifth string A, and the last string E. This is the body of the guitar, where the sound comes from, by the strings resonating into the soundboard. Up here, you have your frets. And when you press a string on the fret, that's where you get the difference in your notes. On top here is your tuning area. One of the important things that when you are learning to play the guitar is that you must appreciate what a guitar is. That guitar must become part of your communication. It's an important instrument. So it's not to be left in the sun, it's not to be sat on, or it's not to be bounced around. A guitar should be treated with care and love, and that same instrument will give you back beautiful music and exciting times. The sound of the guitar starts with the sound of each string. And let's take a moment and get to understand that relationship between what you hear and what you play. So put your guitar up and let's hear the first string played. That's E. Let's get our minds tuned to the sound of the chord, the note E. Then there's B, G, D, A, and E. In order for us to enjoy our programs, we want you to be playing from today. And the song that we're going to be using, which is going to be your theme melody, is Yellowbird, a popular song. And this song will now be done for us by one of our accompanists and guest performers, Miss Sandra Milton.
Yellow bird up high in a banana tree. Yellow bird, you sit all alone like me. Did your lady friend leave the nest again? That is very bad, makes me feel so sad. You can fly away in the sky away, you more lucky than me. I wish I was a yellow bird, I'd fly away with you. But I am not no yellow bird, so I'll sit here and sing some songs for you. Yellow bird up high in a banana tree. Yellow bird, you sit all alone like me. Did your lady friend leave the nest again? That is very bad, makes me feel so sad. You can fly away in the sky away, you more lucky than me. Yellow bird up high in a banana tree.
So let's deal with something that I find very interesting, how to hold your guitar. But before you hold your guitar, I would like to give you one of the rules of using a guitar. Always make sure that your hands are properly clean, that you keep your hands wiped, dry, and you keep your hands clean, so therefore you have your hands washed before you use your instrument. In holding your instrument, there are two positions which I would like to demonstrate to you today. This one, where you sit with the guitar on your leg, allowing yourself your back straight and allowing yourself full flexibility to form the chords on the fretboard. So let's see that. You sit, put the guitar on your leg, and let us see how comfortable you are. Keep your back straight where you can see your instrument. Your right hand is going to be over the sound area of the guitar, which is here. And you're going to use your thumb for strumming. You will learn to strum using your right thumb. Another position in which you can hold your instrument is like this, where you have it up, your back straight, your left hand on your fretboard, and your right hand, again, over the sound area in which you can strum. The position in which I will be using for this segment is over my leg. Allows the guitar to rest. You put your hand over the soundboard, and you put your left hand on the frets. The next very important thing that you must do is to make sure that your guitar is properly tuned. The harmonics between what you hear and what is correctly sounding to you could only be done properly if the tuning is proper. Now, a properly tuned instrument, how do we tune a guitar? And the technique I want to show you first is to get an understanding of what concert pitch is. So let us play one note, E. What we do is count 5 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 frets. the bass note E. Count 5 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what's supposed to be here is the note A. You're pressing on the fret, and then you adjust the tuner to the sound of the note. The idea is to get the second open string A to sound like the 5th fret of the string E. On the same 5th fret E, we take the second string, this is A, tune. 5th string, 5th fret. The important thing I want you to recognize is that you must be able to bring each string up to the right pitch. So part of your learning experience as we go along in the program is to be able to develop your ear, the sound of your ear, the reference points in your ear to what harmonics supposed to be with the instrument. So we're going to continue down. You go down to the 4th fret when trying to tune the second string. This is here, the 4th fret. And then you go back to the 5th fret to get the last string. Let's go over that again. If we are tuning our guitar, we tune the guitar by first deciding the pitch of the open 6th string, which is E. We count 5 frets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we start matching string before with the string after. E, which is A, D, and last string E. And we try our best to make sure that the sound of both strings match, and we develop the learning of the ear to understand what is harmonic sound. We now look at the different notes that one can get. In getting those notes, what we do is don't press in on the fret. We press just before and between the frets in being able to position your fingers to get the harmonics of a chord. But your fingers, most of us will find that there's a pressure that one gets by learning to press. That is a necessary pressure that you must go through until the tips of your fingers become hard enough to be able to deal with pressing the strings. So make the effort. Try now to press your finger on the 2nd fret, 1st fret, 2nd string. Keep your fingers there. Keep your fingers there. Right. Do you feel the strain? Yes. Keep it going. Take your fingers off. Remember, in using your guitar, you must keep your hands clean and you must sit to play in a comfortable position. where your left hand can comfortably reach the strings and the frets. Your right hand is over the strum board. That in pressing on your string to create a note, you need to condition your fingertips by pressing all the time. If you don't press properly, the harmonics are not proper. Now, learning to play the guitar requires you to make some effort. Practice is the most important effort that you can make to be able to achieve the standard of performance that you want. Besides the parts of your finger, the bottom part of your finger that needs to be able to harden, to press the strings and be capable, we also have to work with this finger. This thumb is where the pressure to hold comes from, behind when you hold to the fretboard. So it's very important that you practice holding your instrument, pressing a string, and holding the back of your fretboard so that your muscles can develop. Your right hand is where the timing of your music comes from. Your left hand gives you the harmonics and the chords, and the chords and patterns would change as the melody of the song that you're performing changes. So let us look at how to strum. Hold your guitar up, and this is your right thumb. And we're going to practice timing, which we're going to count. We're going down. This is the downward strum. In order to get it, take your left hand and press across all the strings as hard as you can. Press. Have you got it? Do you feel the pressure on your fingers? Wonderful. That's part of it. Okay, let's do the strumming. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to be counting in fours, strumming downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to strum another way. This time I want you to strum down, up. You were just strumming up, down. Let's strum up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have just done strumming down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and strumming up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us try to strum up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press hard on your fret. Let us get one note. Open string E. Play open string E. And let me hear you play it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us play back the same open string, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to play it up and down. One string. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is very important for you to practice those simple rudiments to allow yourself to get accustomed to the hands and the coordination between the hands on the songboard in strumming the strings, your left hand on pressing the strings, and the sound that your ears would get accustomed to as you change the notes and play. Our program today is such fun, trying to learn to press, trying to learn to strum. But there's a few things which I feel I must still share with you. That guitar strings, for example, this guitar has nylon strings, but there are guitars that have steel strings. The difference between the two is they sound a little different. The steel string instrument has a more metallic sound, whereas the nylon string has a more pleasant and warm sound. There are other types of guitars. This is an acoustic guitar. It does not have any electronics in it. But most of the big bands, the combos, they use electric guitars which do not have a soundboard. It's a flat instrument with pickups under the strings. So the instrument that we will be asking you to use as far as possible during this program is an acoustic guitar. But if you have an electric guitar with an amplifier, you can still learn the same way, the techniques are the same. So let us review a little more of the techniques we have learned today. We have learned what is the guitar. This is our songboard. This is your fretboard. These are your strings. We have learned a guitar has 6 strings: E, B, G, D, A, E. We have learned that we must keep our hands clean. We hold our guitar either down over one leg or up. Both playing positions depends on your comfort. We've also learned that we must press our fingers against the string before the fret. And we're going to practice pressing the guitar strings as hard as possible to condition our fingertips. This left thumb is very important to be able to hold the back of the instrument to ensure that you get proper muscular control. We have practiced our strumming by making a bar, and we are strumming down, we are strumming up, and then we are strumming up and down. We have learned to count in time: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. After the end of this series, you should be able to use your guitar with ease and comfort and be able to play beautiful music like our demonstrator, Mr. Jeffrey Pattersing. When you have finished playing your guitar, you must wipe the strings with a clean cloth. Let that clean cloth be part of your apparatus that you keep in your guitar case. I also have to show you today a guitar stand. And the guitar stand is very important when you want to store or keep your instrument, especially on stages where people are around. You do not leave your guitar lying around for it to fall or to be damaged. And the guitar stand is the correct place to put your guitar. That is how a guitar is stored. And for our lesson this week, we want to concentrate a bit on the idea of strumming in time. Last week I showed you that we must strum down, up, or down and up. I also invited you to work very hard at your fingertips to ensure that you can press on the strings very hard. There's also your left thumb, which must develop strength in holding the neck of the guitar. Let us put your guitar up, have it on your leg. Are you ready? Let us practice strumming on one string, E, the open string. Down, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us try to strum up and down. 2, 3, 4. So we have got a sense of how to strum. I also want you to go over the strings on your instrument. There are 6 strings, and they are, and you can write them down if you have the time. E, your first string, E. Now let's get accustomed to the sound of the string played openly. Then the next string, B. Then we have G, D, A, and E. Listen to them again. E, B, G, D, A, E. In order to get a chord is a combination of strings played in different places. So we are going to try to learn in our session today our first chord. And this is where I introduce our demonstrator, Mr. Jeffrey Patterson. Now Jeffrey, just like you, is a learner. And Jeff, today, let us try to do the chord C. Right. Let's get accustomed to what the sound of the chord C is. Now, as you have got yourself accustomed to the sound, let us try together to create that sound. Hold your guitar, and the first place you will take there are 5 fingers. Remember, this thumb holds the back of the neck of the guitar. We're going to use this first finger. This is your first finger. First finger would go on the second string, first fret. Second finger goes on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And the 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret, 5th string. Have you got that? Let's try again. I know you might find it a little difficult to get your fingers onto the various spots, but a little practice, you're gonna get it. Let's try again. First finger, second finger on the fourth string, and the third finger on the fifth string. That represents the chord C. Now let us try to practice with that same first chord how we are going to strum. Let's make the chord again. One, first finger, first fret. Second finger, fourth string, second fret. Third finger, third fret, fifth string. We are going to use our thumbs and we are going to strum downwards 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, let Jeffrey continue to strum 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will play the opening lines of Yellowbird, so that we can get an understanding of timing. Timing is a measure that you sense and you feel. See if you can understand the timing of this song. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we have done, I want you to think about for a minute, and then we continue to strum again. Together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The chord C does not operate by itself. We need another chord to give it a sense of change and to change the harmonics of what you listen to. And the second chord which we are introducing is the chord G. And that is formed by placing the first finger on the fifth string, the second finger on the sixth string, and your third finger back on the first string. The chord G. Now let us, on the chord G, practice strumming up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's strum again 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go down 4, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back to the chord C. 1, 2, 3, C. And let's play them together. 1, C. Let's play G. Let's play C. G, C. It's very important that you practice listening to the harmonics of what a correctly played chord is supposed to sound like. Jeffrey, give us C again. Give us G. I know you may have some difficulty in trying to form these chords. That is why in lesson 1, I encourage you to practice because it's very important. In order to get the coordination between your ear, what you hear, your left hand in terms of what you press and what you play, your right hand in terms of what you strum and get the timing, you need to practice. That coordination at first may seem to be difficult, but it flows with practice until it becomes part of the way you think, part of the way you handle your music. In this segment, we are going to continue to get accustomed to the chord C and the chord G, the sound and how we're going to play them. Let us hear C again. So as you are sitting playing, try to play all the notes, note string by string. Then play one strum down. You got that? Let's do it again. Strum. Nice. Let's do it one more time so that you can get accustomed. Put your fingers again. Press as hard as you can. I know it's difficult, but try it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get the notes going down. Strum. Right, that was beautiful. Now let's practice the chord G. And we will do the same thing with the chord G. We get the notes, play the strings down. The guitar has two parts in terms of the harmony of what you're listening to. There's the upper part of the sound, which is here, and there's the lower half of the sound, which is here. So when you are strumming your guitar, you can either strum, depending on the sound you want to create, you can either strum from the lower part up like here, or you could strum on the upper part. Do you hear the difference between the two? Listen to it again. Upper, lower. So in terms of coloring your music, by the way that you strum your guitar, you can either get a nice low type sound, or you can get a light higher type sound. So Jeffrey, let us together play Yellowbird. We're going to practice it strumming together. Get your instrument. Are you ready? We're going to strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. G, C. Let's practice that again. We are just going to be strumming the two chords and make yourself as comfortable as possible in trying to get from one chord to the next chord. 3, 4. Now, timing is very important, and counting in your time is a very important thing that you must do. So timing comes from the count. If I count slowly, then you play slowly. If you count quickly, then you play quickly. So that the speed at which you strum your instrument is based on the time of the song that you want to play. So we're going to play Yellowbird in slow time. So I'm going to count it, and together we're going to go through the chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to play it again, and this time I will pick the melody. You strum along with Jeffrey, and I would pick the melody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. This first part of this song, we want you to keep practicing in it until you have it clearly understood and the ability to play. What I've introduced is another part of playing the guitar, which is what we call picking, where you are able to pick the notes out as a melody is before you. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. This time, Jeffrey will play it strumming up. We were strumming down. I want you to practice strumming the same song up, starting from the top down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time, we will do it one more time, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. I want you to encourage you to understand that strumming is where the fun of playing the guitar is. Strumming can be soft and caressing, like Jeffrey showed them. Yeah, see? it can be rough and strong. So that strum, either soft or caressing or rough and strong, gives the music that you are playing the mood that you want to share. Mood is important to be able to give your performance that quality, that emotional quality that's necessary to give music life, vitality, and help you to communicate properly. So let us practice strumming our C chord in a gentle fashion. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let us change to G here. Change. Nice. So, did you feel that? Did you feel the difference? Now let us try and strum it 4 times on C, 4 times on G, and we come back to C 4 times. But this time we're doing it rough. Let's go, Jeff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coordination is very important when people are playing together. So that when you play your guitar with somebody else, what we have tried to show you is how important it is to have communication and coordination between players. This time we will do it again, and we're going to coordinate it much better so that you can understand when you are playing with a partner, you share with your partner. Because some of you may be interested in playing guitars in bands and playing guitars in groups. So it's very important in the beginning to learn coordination. Jeffrey, we're going to strum 4 times on 1 chord and stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Nice. So let's go back to our favorite melody, the melody that we are learning for today, Yellow Bird. And we're going to play Yellow Bird gently. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was nice. Let us do it rough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. No, we need to introduce another song, another sound, S-O-U-N-D, in your ear. And in this sound, we're going to introduce to you the chord F. Let us see how we go about forming the chord F. This time, you are pressing 1st fret, 1st string, and 2nd string. Then the next, you're going to put your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. And your 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret, 4th string. that is the chord F. Let's go it over again. First finger on the first and second string, first fret. Second finger, third string, second fret. And third finger, fourth string, third fret. So, take a second and get your mind accustomed to hearing the sound of the chord F. Let us play C, F, and G. Let's try it again. C, F, and G. One more time. C, F, and G. As we conclude our program today, our lesson for today, I just want you to remind yourself of what we have covered so far. We have learned how to hold our guitar and where to place a guitar when we have finished playing it. That's on a guitar stand. We have been told that you need to wipe your instrument and always keep your hands clean and also your instrument clean when you have finished playing. And today we have tried to get the coordination between the air, the hands, the right hand for strumming, left hand for the fret and the formation of the chords. And we have had an opportunity to learn three very basic and very important chords, C, F, and G. Let us go over the formation of C quickly. First finger, second finger, third finger. Strum. Then we have G, first finger, second finger, third finger. And we have learned F, first and second string, first finger, second finger, third finger. And let us practice playing them together. Jeffrey and I'm going to play, and Jeffrey's going to pick. Now we also introduce picking today. Picking allows you to play a melody on the instrument. And picking for us allows us the flexibility of being able to shape a melody. So while we strum together, Yellowbird, using the chords we have learned today, C, F, and G, Jeffrey will demonstrate how to pick. So far, we have been trying to develop the appreciation of playing three chords. The chord C, the chord G, and the chord F. And we have been using that familiar melody of Yellowbird to be able to get those chords to match together. We have been working on strumming, and I want you all to go over the idea of strumming in time. Finger, thumb, we go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, But in today's lesson, I want you all to get a conceptual understanding of what music is. And I want you to see the melody of music as being the main line, like a main street. And I also want you to understand that the harmonies and the chords that flow around that melody flow in support of that melody. So that you are looking at the melody line, and then you have the harmonic patterns. And those harmonic patterns or streams of music not only operate below, but they operate around. So the important thing to develop when you're learning to play your guitar and to enjoy strumming along and in your own quiet moments is to develop the sense of hearing. And in today's lesson, I would like you to play for me the first string, the note E. And I want you to get accustomed to hearing the note and sensing and feeling the harmonies that go with it. So if you were thinking about Yellow Bird, do you hear? That's the note G. So when I play, you hear how the other notes, the other strings flow to support that note E. Listen to it again. That's E by itself, standing as a stream. Hear the other notes with E in the chord C. For you to be able to play intuitively, what we want you develop in these lessons is to be able to play intuitively and naturally. You must work consistently on the coordination between your hearing, your strumming, and the finding of the chords. The finding of the chords must not be a mechanical experience. We would like that you will be able to develop the natural ability to change when the melody demands it. So we start with yellow bird, high up in the mango tree. Let me teach you another chord in the key of G. We have been learning G. That is G major. Today's lesson, I will show you G major 7th, where we add the F note like this. Where you're going to play first finger, first fret, first string, second finger, second fret, fifth string, and the third finger, third fret, sixth string. G7. So we will now be playing yellow bird, high up in the mango tree. Let's practice that again. G, G7. See if you can get your fingers to move a little more fluently. G, G7. G, G7. So let's get that melody together. Because playing and singing along helps you to coordinate the movement of the chords along the melody. If you can't sing, don't worry. Keep trying. You will learn. The melody will flow from you. Yellow bird, high up in the mango tree. Again, 3, 4. Yellow bird, high up in the mango tree. We have learned the chord F. Let us go it over again. First finger, two strings. Hear how that sounds. Your second finger is on the third string, and your third finger is on the fourth string. So you get, did your lady friend leave the nest again? G7, that's the chord. The flow, F. Again, F, C, G. In conceptualizing the music, it's important for you to feel what you are trying to play. And what you feel means the mood that you are able to transmit in when you are playing your guitar. Now let us strum it easy from the top of the strings down, like this. And hear the difference in the intonation and how it feels. Here it played the other way, strumming down. You can strum up and down because when you change the F, you can play. Strumming at the top half of the strings from the third string up. But in the last one, we go to the lower part of the strings. What I want you to practice while you are playing these particular pieces is to understand the difference in the intonations and the harmonies that flows from one part of the string to the next, from playing an upper part of the guitar or the lower part of the guitar. And you as the player will be able to shape the mood of the song in how you play. Well, we have been working on our harmonies, and I want to continue to share with you that relationship, and I cannot emphasize it too much. It's very important to maintain that relationship between your hearing and the coordination between your right hand strumming and your left hand finding the chords. It is two different things that are taking place at the same time, but must operate together in harmony so that the music can sound good. We have learned C, G, G7, C, and F. I want to introduce the minor chords. We have been learning major chords: C major, G major, G major 7th, and F major. Let me introduce and listen carefully to the sound of F major and our new chord, F minor. To form F minor, you remove the second finger major, and the second finger is removed. Get it again. Major, F minor. Now how does that fit in to the melody that we have been learning? Yellow bird, see, high up in the mango tree. Did your lady friend, that's where the melody line fits the minor chord. Did your lady friend, so let's get it again. 3, 4. Did your, remove your finger, lady friend. Now you cannot play a proper minor chord if you do not press strongly on the strings. So if you find it's sounding muffled or it's not flowing, it's because you are not putting enough pressure on the strings. So let's get it again. Did your lady friend, F, F minor. Leave the nest again. There's another chord that we would like to introduce, another minor chord, and that is A minor. C, A minor. How do you form the chord A minor? You're going to play the first finger, second string, first fret. Second finger, fourth string, second fret, and third finger, third string, second fret. A minor. So there are two minor chords, C, F, F minor, back to C, A minor, F, G major, G7, back to C. Do you get a sense of how that harmony flows? So we go, did your lady friend leave the nest again? Let's get it again. F, did your lady friend, C, leave the nest again? A minor. F, did your lady friend leave the nest again? Let's see how it sounds if we play from the top. C, yellow bird, high up, G, G7. Did your lady friend leave the nest again? So that these minor chords are used to be able to bring interest and balance to the harmony patterns. And in bringing that interest and balance is where you are able to expand the listening or the harmonic range of what you are playing. Yellow bird, G, G7. Some refer to a minor chord as a passing chord. And a passing chord is a chord that flows and encourages you to move from one major to the next. Let's listen to it. G. major, G7 passing up to C major. And then we go to F major, F minor passing back to C major. Let us listen again to the first string, E. And I want you quickly to practice strumming on that one string. We're strumming up and down. And I want to show you that where you strum on the body of the guitar, you can get a different mood or a different inflection. If you were strumming the guitar close to the top here, it sounds like this. If you strum it up here, it's different. And if you strum it over the sound hole in the middle, it sounds different again. So that in playing a simple melody, by changing the places that you strum on the instrument, you can add a different mood, a different sound, a different spirit to the melody and the impact of that melody. And when you are doing it with major and minor chords, you don't only play the minor or major chord, you can shift your strumming position to be able to add something different. And let's try that. If I am playing your lady friend, leave the rest again. By moving further away from the tightness of this area, I get a louder sound and a more expanded sound, like here. Notice that we are only using our thumbs to strum. Practice using your thumb, and remember that the flexibility of that thumb is very important in playing, because we are learning that the thumb is the first call on strumming, this way. But pressing with your left hand is very, very important. And I want to emphasize that, especially when we are trying to do the minor chords. Remember, your left thumb is holding the back of the guitar. And this area in between hands here is important to hold fluently and strongly. So when you are making your F and your F minor, you can get it to sound clean and every note is clear. C, A minor, F, G, 7th. I would like you all to observe Ms. Sandra Milton as she does a selection Island in the Sun. What is important about what she is going to demonstrate to you is that you'll have an opportunity to see, observe, and appreciate the relationship between the voice, the hand, right hand strumming, and the left hand playing the chords. I also want you to look and listen particularly to the inflections and the mood in how she presents that important sound. Sandra.
Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hands. All my days I will sing in praise of our forest water, shining sand. This is my island in the sun, where my people have toiled since time begun. I have sailed on many a sea, our shores will always be home to me. Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hands, all my days I will sing in praise of our forest water, shining sand. When morning breaks on a heaven and high, I lift my heavy load up to the sky, and the sun comes down with a burning glow that mingles my sweat with the earth below. Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hands, all my days I will sing in praise of our forest water and shining sand. Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hands, all my days I will sing in praise of our forest water and shining sand.
Thank you, Sandra. Well, I hope that in listening and enjoying her performance, you all have checked for the areas I've tried to show you. So let us recap very quickly some of the things that we have tried to learn today. This part of the guitar is called a bridge. This is your sound hole. This is the neck of the instrument. These are the frets that go along, the tuner, and then we have our strings. And let me remind you what the strings are. E, B, G, D, A, and E. And what I was saying about strumming is that if you strum close to the bridge, you get one sound. If you strum over the sound hole, you get another sound. And if you strum further up, you get another sound. Today, we learned to appreciate these chords: C major, G major, G major 7th, back to C major. We have learned F major, and we have just added F minor, back to C, and we have put in A minor. So let us just practice together. C, G, G7, back to C. We're going to count 4, strumming down on each chord together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, G7th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the chord F4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. F minor 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. C 4. 2, 3, 4. A minor 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F again. 2, 3, 4. F minor. 2, 3, 4. Back to C. We also try to emphasize the relationship between your air, your right hand, and your left hand. See, you can roll along as we strum together. Did your lady friend leave the nest again? F and G, C. would like you all to observe Miss Sandra Milton. What is important about what she is going to demonstrate to you is that you'll have an opportunity to see, observe, and appreciate the relationship between the voice, the hand, right hand strumming, and the left hand playing the chords. I also want you to look and listen particularly to the inflections and the mood in how she presents that important sound.
Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hands, all my days I will sing in praise of our forest water, shining sand. When morning breaks on a heaven and high, I lift my heavy load up to the sky, and the sun comes down with a burning glow that mingles my sweat with the earth below. Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hands, all my days I will sing in praise of our forest water and shining sand. Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hands, all my days I will sing in praise of our forest water and shining sand.
This session, first I want to show you how to transport your guitar. I have brought my guitar today in a guitar case. And there are different types of guitar cases made of different types of material. But the main purpose of a guitar case is to protect your instrument from normal damage like bouncing, scratching, and that type of thing. And this guitar case is made of type of fabric which is sealed right through, and the entrance is at the bottom. And I take my guitar out. Gently. And of course, I have my second accessory, which is the guitar stand. The guitar case is shaped just like the guitar instrument to ensure a compact, a snug, and a secure fit. So whenever you are buying a guitar case, you must ensure, one, that the instrument fits snugly into the case with a minimum of movement. If it's a larger case, you will make sure that the instrument is properly padded into that case to allow it to sit securely with the movement of your hands and from bouncing around. So you have the guitar and your guitar case. I also want to show you today Jeffrey's guitar, because not all guitars are the same. This guitar, which I have been playing, is an acoustic guitar, which means it has a soundboard and there are no electrical or electronic additions to it. This guitar is nylon string. Jeffrey's guitar is an Ovation guitar. It's an electric acoustic guitar. It's a guitar that can play by itself because it has a soundboard, and it's also a guitar that can be plugged in to an amplifier. In the back of the instrument, you can see the spot where the jack will be used to attach that guitar to an amplifier or power amp. At the top of the guitar, there's an electronic volume control that can turn the volume up from the amplifier to the guitar, control that amplified source. Jeffrey's guitar is a steel string guitar. The steel strings means that the tone of the guitar is a lot sharper, brighter, and clearer than the nylon string, which is a lot warmer and smoother. Another accessory before we look at our guitar case, this is the guitar strap, where the strap is attached from the bottom of the guitar to the top of the guitar. So when you're using your guitar with the strap, then you put the strap over and you are ready to play. The type of guitar that you choose to use depends also on the type of music that you would like to play. But a nylon string guitar is easier on the hands, the left hand in pressing those strings. But the steel string guitar is louder and stronger. So in order to be more effective in strumming your guitar, we want to introduce you another accessory, which is the guitar pick. And today, they come in different colors, they come in different shapes. Some are larger, some are smaller, and some are finer, and some are heavier. It all depends on the level of strength that you want to place on the strings when you apply your strumming. So that the pick is an important accessory for people that use steel guitars. Now there's a great difference in sound between a strum using a pick and a strum not using a pick, as Jeffrey would now demonstrate. With the pick, without the pick. But I want you to listen to it again and see if you can sense the difference in the mood and the impact with and without. With, without. I'll ask Jeffrey to strum a little harder, put a little more strength so that you can appreciate again with and without. The other interesting thing about the steel guitar is that you need to keep your strings clean. It's very important because steel tends to rust because of the salt of your fingers. So that in your maintenance of your guitar, you must have your clean cloth, which at the end of your use of the guitar, you ensure you leave your strings properly wiped and cleaned. A question that people sometimes ask is, do I put my guitar away tuned? And I would say, generally, if you are putting your guitar away for a short period of time, maybe 1 day or 2 days, you can leave it tuned. But if you intend to pack away your guitar for a longer period of time, the advice would be to untune the strings. You remove the tension, because what happens to some instruments is that when the strings remain on for too long, the instrument begins to warp. And what you get is a movement forward of the bridge this way. Eventually, the guitar breaks in the back here. So it's important when you're putting your guitar away, especially steel string guitars, that you untune the instrument. Now that you have a good understanding of some of the accessories to make enjoyment of using your instrument for a much longer time, let us go back to what we have learned so far. We have learned the chord C. We have learned G major 7th, then we come back to C. We have learned F, F minor, back to C. We have put in A minor, back to F, G, back to C. But those chords are all in one position on the guitar. So far, we have been focusing our attention at the neck of the guitar and dealing with the chords at that level. In this segment, we want to show you the range of sound for the same chords that you can get on different parts of the guitar. Let us take the chord A minor. And remember how A minor is formed. The first finger is on the second string, first fret. The second finger is on the fourth string, second fret. And the third finger is on the third string, second fret. The chord A minor. I'll ask Jeffrey to show you other ways to form that same beautiful chord, A minor. Now, if you notice, the second position of A minor is formed on the 5th fret, where you are now pressing 3 strings with your first finger. Then you're going to put your second finger on and the third finger. That's the formation. The important thing about trying to form the chord at the upper part of the fret is to be able to get a correct amount of pressure with your first finger on the first 3 strings. Now, Jeffrey has just strummed the first 3 strings at the top of the guitar, chords, at the top of the strings. Now he will form the whole chord. So let us try that again. Remove your fingers. Then we're going to press the first 3. Get your second finger in that position, and the third finger. That's a minor chord. Now, in order to get a major chord, what we do is put the second finger on the third string. Do you hear the harmonic difference between A minor, and A major? Major, again minor, major, minor, major. Now let us go down to the neck of the guitar and we form A minor again. And we will introduce A major in that position. In order to form A major, you move your first finger to the 4th string, first fret. Second finger, third finger. Show them again, Jeffrey. 1, 2, 3. A major tends, for some people, to be a difficult chord because of the amount of pressing you have to do. Practice makes perfect. So try it again. The formation must be smooth and the pressing must be consistent in the pressure on each string. So I will ask Jeffrey to play A minor, A major, A minor, A major. So let us play together a sequence of chords. We are going to play C 4 times, A minor 4 times, F 4 times, and G. Then we will play C, A major 4 times, F 4 times, and G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. F. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. 2, C. 1, 2, A now. F. G. C. 4 times. That's nice. That little exercise allows you to hear the harmonic changes between C, A major, F major, and G. Then you hear C, A minor, F, and G. What I will ask you to do now is let us go up the fret and see how we can form the same major chord and minor chord again. If you want to grow, you've got to keep practicing and pushing yourself to be able to get that harmony to be right. There it is, A minor, A major, minor, major. There's another chord that we want to introduce in this segment, and that is the chord D. D. So we're going to change our focus from playing chords in the key of C, and we will now change to playing chords in the key of G. Let's play G, Jeffrey. C. And this is where we play D. Back to G. In order to form the chord D, first finger, second fret, second finger, second fret, and the third finger between. D. So that, let us try to get the harmony pattern that flows between G, C, and D. So we will play G 4 times, C 4 times, G 4 times, and D 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. 2, 3, G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, Did you hear how beautifully the D blends and brings you back to the tonic G? Let me show you another chord that flows. D7. We learned G and G7 in the key of C. And I would like to share with you D and D7 in the key of G. D7. So you have D, D7. Let us listen to the chord D. Again, it's very important to listen. Music is about listening, understanding, and then translating back into the environment. So let us hear the chord D again. Now I'm going to ask Jeffrey to play for you D7. Now let us see how we form D7. First finger, first fret, second finger, third string, second fret, and your third finger, first string, second fret. Let's hear it, Jeffrey. D7. That's D major 7th. Let us play D, then play D7, so that you can hear the change, the harmonic change in that chord. D, D7, D, D7. And let us play the chord G. Go back to D, D7, G. Now in the key of G, there's another important chord that you must learn, and we call that E minor. And E minor is formed by the first, your second finger on the 5th string and your third finger on the 4th string. Second finger on the 5th string, third finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. And with every minor chord, there's always a major chord. And this is by E major. And E major is formed by bringing the first finger onto the 3rd string. E minor, E major. Do you hear the changes in the harmonic pattern? E minor, E major. So let us play together a little pattern. G, E minor, A minor, D major. We will play it. Each chord will be strummed 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. E minor. 2, A minor, D, G, E minor, A minor, D, G. This time we will play it, but we're going to play G, E major, A minor, D7th, and come back to G 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, E major, A minor, D7th, G, E major, A minor, D7th, back to G. Well, today's lesson, let us quickly recap some of the chords that you have learned and some of the principles we have shared. We have learned the chord C, G, G7th, back to C, F major, F minor, C, A minor, F, G, back to C. Look, that chord pattern was the key of C. Now we will change to the key of G. We have learned G, G7th, C major, D, D7th, back to G. E minor, E major, A minor, D7th, back to G. We have learned A minor, and we have also seen the range of which A minor can be played in other parts of the guitar. Second, third, we have also learned A major, and then there's A major at the top of the guitar. So we will go out with a practice where we play G, E major, A minor, D7th. And remember, when you are storing your guitar, put it in a proper case, practice. Until next time, this is Louis Nurse saying, come and learn to play your guitar. G, 4 times. E, G, A minor, D, 7th, G, E, A minor, D7th, G, E, A minor, D7th, G, E, A minor, D7th, back to G. By now, you will be playing beautifully. And I'm sure that you are happy with the choice of method that you have chosen to be able to play as well as you are playing right now. I continue to encourage you to enjoy your instrument, protect your instrument, and you can continue with the same method. We have a learning video too, which will allow you to grow at an advanced level where you can continue through this medium to learn to play your guitar. Thank you.